Hey everybody, Bob Lucero from All Things Leland. Thank you for joining us. It comes as no surprise, electricity, energy costs are rising, not just in North Carolina, but throughout the country. And last year, the governor announced the Energy Saver North Carolina program, which now has been expanded to all 100 counties in the state, which provides homeowners and renters rebates for certain types of improvements to their homes. And I'm pleased to be joined by both Francisco and Sasha from the Energy Saver NC program to talk about it and answer a few questions along the way. So, welcome to you both.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
You're
Pleasure to be
welcome.
here.
Hey, Francisco, I know there's two
Yes.
elements to the Energy Saver program. There's the home program,
Mhm.
then the here program. So perhaps we could talk about the home program first,
Yeah.
how that works, and then talk about the here program.
Like you mentioned, Bob, there's two pathways that residents and applicants can take to participate in the Energy Saver North Carolina program, and one is the homes program, and this, in summary, is a whole home energy retrofits or upgrades, so insulation, HVAC system, those like big home projects,
Mhm.
and it's up to $16,000 in rebates for these energy saving improvements. And for the HERE program, that is more focused on appliances and like high efficiency appliances. There's also some electric panel rewiring and some other elements. HVAC is also available for HERE. Those are up to $14,000 in high efficiency appliances. And residents who make less than 80% of AMI could area median income can apply for both. We do encourage residents that if they're not sure what their home needs, we encourage them to go through the homes pathway because that pathway includes a free energy assessment that can help them identify what their home needs. And then once they get that assessment, they'll work with a registered contractor from our program to identify, okay, what is it that we need and how do we use both the homes and the here? Do I
Mhm.
only need homes? And if a resident already knows what they need. They already know that they need electric appliances or a, a minor upgrade. They can apply directly to here, but we always encourage them to go through homes. They get that free home energy assessment. That's great to identify. Maybe maybe they can identify something that they didn't know was that could have used an upgrade, and then they could benefit from both rebates.
There is a requirement to a certain amount of energy savings to
Mhm.
qualify as well. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. For the homes programs. For the HERE program, that requirement, the that is not needed.
Mhm.
But for the homes program, they will need to choose um, projects that can get them to a minimum of 20% energy savings. And depending on the energy savings, particularly for those residents that are above 100%, above like 80% area median income,
Right.
and it'll depend on how much of the rebate they can get, depending on how much they can save those energy savings. But that minimum is 20% of energy savings.
So my friends who are watching in Brunswick
Mhm.
County, I will put on the blog post a download for the area median income
Yeah.
data that people would need to see if they qualify. But up to 150% is very generous for a family of two, and I think many of our neighbors and friends would qualify, certainly from an
Yeah.
income basis level. There are also categorical eligibility. So maybe you could
Mhm.
briefly talk about some of those elements. So these folks who are within these categories automatically qualify to participate in the program.
Yeah, so as I've mentioned earlier, and as you've mentioned as well, this is a program that is for income eligible residents, and part of the way we design the program so it's easier for applicants to go through this process is that if they participate in any other federal categorical eligible program, like you said, that would make them already automatically eligible for the program. They would just need to provide that letter of participation. This could be SNAP,
Mhm.
LIHEAP. If they're already or someone in their home is already participating in one of those programs, that would make them um, that would make
Okay.
them categorically eligible. And I would encourage anyone listening, go to energysavernc.org, and we have all of our income eligible requirements. We have that AMI document
Mhm.
that you mentioned earlier, and they can check. There's a longer list of all of the programs that would classify as categorically eligible. So if they have any
So,
questions, they can
yeah.
check there.
So, I mean, so if someone is on Medicaid,
Mm,
that's one of those categorical
yeah.
eligibility categories that
Mm,
they would automatically qualify. There's been my quick question to you also is manufactured homes. So if you have a single family manufactured home, is that eligible to participate in the Homes and Here program?
Yes, absolutely. Single family manufactured homes are eligible to participate in the program. Um, I've I want to clarify for now, we will have a multifamily component to the program
Okay.
that will open up later in the year. So yes, the program is available for renters and homeowners,
Okay.
but for renters that live in multifamily buildings, that program is going to roll out later in the year. But like you mentioned, manufactured homes for single family,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely eligible, and they can start applying now.
So as I look at the program, Francisco, is
Mhm.
the HERE program is more towards helping people. You have an old gas stove, you want to get rid of it.
Mhm.
You use the HERE program to go to a stove to an electric stove top type of
Mhm.
program, or if you have an old gas water heater going to an electric water heater.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's for those type of appliances,
Right,
and it's a more straightforward program. Like you said,
right.
it doesn't go through that needs a minimum 20% savings. That
Okay.
doesn't apply to the HERE program. But I will say for both homes and HERE, both installations have to go through a register
Sure,
contractor. So we don't have do it yourself component to this program. Other states have that, so that's why I want to clarify.
sure.
But yes, it's much straightforward electric efficient appliances for here, but they still do have to go through a registered contractor.
And the state has a list of registered contractors that you have vetted that they
Yeah,
can take a look at and choose of if there's five for our area here in
yeah,
Leland, you can choose of one of the five.
yeah. We have a on energysavernc.org, we have a tab that's find my contractor.
Okay.
And residents can go there. They can filter by county, so they can choose Brunswick County, see all the contractors that are serving there. They can reach out to one, two, they can get multiple quotes, and then they have that power of choosing that contractor that will do the installation. For the homes program, the free assessment is done by a contractor that is part of our implementation team. But that contractor will give the resident their assessment. We'll go through their assessment with them, and we'll make sure that that assessment is then shared with the
Sure.
contractor that the resident chooses to do the installation.
And for folks who have questions or
Mhm.
who do not like the internet, I presume
Yes.
there's a 800 number that people could call, so perhaps you could share that with us.
Yes, we have a great call center Monday through Fridays available, and they can call 866-998-8555. It's available. The number is also available on our website.
Okay.
But yes, the call center, they can not only answer questions, they can help them go through an application if they need any help. We do have paper applications. Um, so that could be an option for residents that
Okay.
maybe don't have access to a computer or just
Okay.
don't like using the internet. Um, we have those options.
Okay, so they would fill it out, mail it back, and it would
Hmm.
be a back and forth between NCDEQ and the contractor. However,
Yeah, our call center. Yep.
through the call center. I'm sorry. That sounds great. I mean, I know this is just rolling out. It rolled out
Hmm.
upstate, I guess, earlier, but is now available throughout the state. Is there anything that you would care to add to this conversation that I did not ask you about?
No, I think we've in a very quick time we've went through a lot of
Okay.
the basics of the program. I will encourage everyone to go to our website or call the call center if they have any questions. It is a complex program, but it will help. It's already helping families with the inclement weather. It's been colder. One of our first um, residents that got an installation, um, she was using an window unit
Hmm.
and didn't have a hot water heater was not working, and we were able to fix all of those things for her. She was getting $400 electric bills. She's already seeing reduction in her electric bills. And this was a very cold winter for us in North Carolina,
Sure.
and she was able to have those like heating systems ready. So this this is a great program that can benefit residents in Brunswick County and across the state. So I
Yeah,
would really encourage them to take advantage of it.
I'm excited about it. Again,
Mm,
previous life, there were similar programs, but this is part of the Inflation Reduction Act monies that
mm,
the state has received and is successfully now implementing. And here's an opportunity for folks who perhaps the you need attic insulation. You have an old
mhm.
HVAC system and you want to increase its efficiency to a higher
Yeah.
SEER level to save you dollars. I mean, our community where I live, we're not Duke, we're BEMC. They've gone
Hmm.
to a time of use program. So
Yeah.
between 6 and 9 in the morning and in the summer, 3 to 7, it's the rate's going to be 23 or 24 cents. Here's this opportunity, depending on your efficiency now,
Yeah.
to be able to do something that will reduce your energy bill. I want to thank you both. I think
Yeah.
this is great. Congratulate the state on rolling this out. It's a big deal, and I hope people take advantage of it. And if you don't like the internet, give folks a call and
Yeah.
chat with them at the call center and see
Mhm.
if you qualify or not, or have a question or two. So thank you both for joining me.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
You're
having
having
us.
welcome.
us.
Thank you.